Good morning, everyone. I'm Jason Abing. I'm CEO of the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the Chamber's 119th Annual General Meeting. The Chamber team and Board of Directors and many of you are participating today from Treaty 6 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis Nation. As we always do, recognizing this historical connection to the land now known as Saskatoon is really vital to our city's future and our Chamber's efforts as an organization to promote Indigenous economic inclusion in our community. So from wherever you are joining us today, a warm welcome to you. Today's annual general meeting is being recorded and will be made available to members who are unable to attend today. The voting procedure is very straightforward on key motions, and those are the motions that are needed to move through the agenda and make some key decisions. We will use the poll function on this Zoom platform. So when it's time to call the question and vote, a window will pop up on your screen. You'll be able to vote, and we will have the results recorded in real time. If there are other motions that are proposed today, or if you have any questions, you can send them to Louis Osant, who's the chair of today's AGM, through the chat, and he will take those in turn. So with that, let me turn things over to Louis.
Thank you, Jason. Can everybody hear me okay? Yes. Excellent. Yeah, good morning, everyone, and welcome. It's been a great pleasure to serve as chair of the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce this past year, and it's my honor to chair today's meeting. This 119th annual general meeting, as Jason just mentioned, is now called to order. The agenda and meeting package for today's meeting were circulated earlier and have been posted to the chat for download. The meeting package includes the Saskatoon Chamber's audited financial statements and the Chamber's 2025 annual review. We'll refer to these documents as we move through our agenda. Please review the minutes of the 118th annual general meeting. And I'm going to ask if there's any corrections or clarifications. Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to accept the minutes of the 118th annual general meeting as amended and circulated. Who would like to make that motion? James Lear. Thank you, James. Can I call for a seconder? Tammy Sweeney. Thank you, Tammy. I'll now call for the vote, and as Jason mentioned, this is on your screen in real time, so please vote. All right, unanimous, the motion has passed. Thank you. Now, we'll just on behalf of the board, I want to thank my fellow directors, obviously the chamber staff, chamber members, the sponsors, and partners for another outstanding year. It takes a team effort to build a thriving chamber, and 2025, 2026 was proof of that. We continue to hold accreditation as a top-tier chamber. Accreditation by the Canadian Chamber of Commerce is a quality stamp on any chamber who earns it. After a thorough review of the chamber's finances, the chamber's governing documents, business plans, and its operations. We are among Canada's strongest and growing chambers. We achieved this by attracting 119 new members in 2025, while retaining over 90% of our current members. Our members represent a strong cross-section of Saskatoon's business community. Virtually every sector of Saskatoon's economy is reflected in our ranks, making us Saskatoon's biggest business network. Our outreach continues to be a model for chambers everywhere. From networking events to our social and digital channels, from Business Voice magazine to advocacy on member issues, we continue to be Saskatoon's leading voice for business. Next slide, please. It goes without saying, we have a very active chamber. 4 key initiatives are highlighted in this year's annual review. We launched our new Chamber Perks app, which takes our traditional member-to-member discount program to a digital platform, that offers discounts, aka perks, to the general public as well as other businesses. Thanks to presenting sponsor Connexus Credit Union and many others, we celebrated the 30th anniversary of Saskatoon's Premier Business Awards, SABEX, where we honored exceptional businesses and nonprofit organizations across 11 categories. As part of our efforts to advance economic reconciliation, we partnered with Sarita to support its SOAR Indigenous Entrepreneurs Pitch competition. I was proud to present the Chamber's People's Choice Award to winner Honey Constant Inglis of Honey Willow Studios. We entered into a series of community partnerships aligned with the interests of our members and advocacy agenda. We're proud to call the Saskatoon Police Service, the Friendship Inn, and the Mustard Seed as partners on initiatives that support our members and benefit our community. Other important initiatives in 2025 included the board's review and update of the Chamber's strategic plan for the years 2025 to 2028, advancing our partnership with the Family Business Association of Saskatoon. We continue to grow our partnership with the Saskatoon chapter of the Saskatchewan Young Professionals and Entrepreneurs. And we continued investment and involvement with Saskatoon's Black Business Network and Latino Businesses of Canada. An overview of all the Chamber's events in 2025 is featured here. And there's several. An overview of all the Chamber's events in 25, as you see before you. So a sincere thank you to the sponsors associated with each one of these events, with special mention to our title sponsors, Connexus Credit Union, as previously mentioned for our SABEX Awards, Saskatchewan Blue Cross for our Pins and Pints event, BHP for our 2025 State of the City, which many of you had just attended last week. None of these events would be possible without strong sponsorship support. A Chamber on Tap continues to be extremely popular among members and non-members alike. Our 2025 lineup of interviewees drew an average of 110 people per event. Things got a little tight over at Lucky Bastard from time to time. And that represents, one of the strongest years ever for attendance. Thank you to our volunteer host, Nadine Cadigan and Hanif Himani, for doing such a great job on the mics and engaging our guests. In addition to hosting networking events, the Chamber sponsored the Shine Summit, focused on the personal and professional needs of women in business. We were also pleased to partner with AI Saskatchewan to host roundtables on data center development, a focus of our advocacy agenda this past year. While our signature events continue to do well, we continue to monitor shifts in event demand and participation. In light of the challenges facing small and mid-sized business owners, we continue to hold ticket prices at near $100 for all Chamber events and provide high-value sponsorship opportunities to offset event costs. Last but not least, the Chamber continues to be Saskatoon's leading voice on a range of business issues. Notably, the Chamber led efforts on the regional air connectivity for Saskatoon, the costs of petty crime, vandalism on business owners and operators, data center development for our city and region, resolving issues for members on First Avenue tied to the bus rapid transit, engaging provincial agencies to maintain commercial use of the river. And some of you have seen some recent posts that the Prairie Lily is cruising. I was on the boat on Mother's Day, and actually Captain Mike, who is still going to transfer the controls over to the new captain, it took us around the University Bridge a couple of times. So that was a delight, because they had told us when we booked for the brunch that the boat was likely not going to move. And also develop a tax policy for the city of Saskatoon to resolve long-standing issues. Deed as an economic opportunity for Saskatoon and all of Saskatchewan. I now invite Andrea Crittenden Chair of the Finance and Audit Committee, to present her her audited financial statements. Over to you, Andrea.
Thank you, Louis. The Chamber's audited financial statements were reviewed by the board this past month here and have been circulated to the members for this meeting. I'm pleased to report that we received a very clean audit opinion and that few errors were found in our financial processing or reporting. Financial highlights, as you can see here for this past year, the Chamber's gross revenue, assets, and stabilization fund all experienced gains in 2025. Gross revenue increased year over year from 1.15 million to 1.23 million. The market value of our stabilization reserve increased 9%, topping 813,000. Membership fees continue to be the primary source of our revenue, with 24% coming from rebates and royalties and 25% from event registrations, sponsorships, and advertising. Event registrations and sponsorships fell slightly short of target for the year, coming within 2% of the goal for 2025. Advertising revenue increased 83% year over year, thanks to a more intense sales strategy and also development of more advertising opportunities. We continue to explore every avenue to generate more non-dues revenue, pardon me, to support our operations and also to maintain the affordability of the Chamber membership. It's important to note that the Chamber chooses to self-fund projects rather than seek government grants or public support. While this can put pressure on our operating budget, of course, it's a way to ensure that the Chamber can maintain its independence while advocating for members alike. We're the only business association in Saskatoon that does this. On the expense side, office furnishings, occupancy, and utility costs were higher than expected. 2025 was the first full year operating in the Chamber's new office space, so the 2026 budget will reflect those actuals. Salaries and wages were up slightly due to the transition and onboarding of our new business manager, as well as some expense related to the retirement of the former business manager. We also replaced some standard office hardware. Overall, we ended the year with a small operating deficit of 11,000. Now that our accounting and bookkeeping function has been brought in-house, we feel more confident in the budget we have prepared for 2026. And that budget maintains supports for tactics and commitments in the strategic business plan reviewed in January. It projects additional non-dues revenue with introduction of Chamber Perks program and increase Chamber's planned royalties based on intensified marketing efforts. It builds a modest surplus to provide a modest cushion for unanticipated expenses, or unrealized revenue. And it keeps all event tickets prices lower for Chamber members specifically. I would like to thank the members of the Finance and Audit Committee for their good work through 2025, as well as our staff. Financially, our Chamber is strong and stable thanks to their good oversight as well as their planning. Back to you, Louis.
Thanks, Andrea. Can I ask for a motion to approve the 2025 audited financial statements, please? Just trying to see whose hand might be coming up. Oh, Tammy, I see your hand. Thank you. As anyone, seconder? Tara, any discussion? Okay, it looks like people have already voted, and that's been passed. Thank you, and we appreciate the feedback. Okay, we have a few motions for the membership to consider at this AGM. They are the appointment of our auditor for this coming year, our signing authorities, and the admission of new members to the chamber. So I'll call for these now. Firstly, a motion to appoint Lingard and Dreger as the auditor for the 2026 fiscal year.
I'll put my hand forward, Louis. Andrea?
Thank you, Andrea, and that's seconded by Tyler. Any discussion? I don't see any. So now I'll call for a vote, please. Looks like that has passed. Thank you. The next motion is, can I ask for someone to make a motion to approve the chair, first vice chair, the second vice chair, the secretary, and the CEO as signing officers for the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce? I'm going to try and capture everybody here. There's several screens of people. So who would like to make that motion? James Lear, seconded by, okay, Gavin, thank you. Any discussion? Gavin, is your hand still up? Okay, seeing the none.
It was. They took it down.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure because usually I can see that on the right hand side of the screen, but I've got to go through 4 screens of attendees here. Okay, I'll ask for the vote, please. Excellent, thank you. As noted previously, we are pleased to welcome 119 new members to the Chamber this year. Here on the screen is the list of businesses and organizations that have satisfied all membership requirements. In keeping with our bylaws, we'll now take this opportunity to formally admit them to the Chamber. Can I ask for a motion to admit all new members who have expressed an interest in joining the Chamber since May of 2025, please? Okay, I'm not sure. I'll go with Kimberly, and seconded by Tyler. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll now call for the vote. Passed. Thank you. Next on our agenda is the swearing in of the board officers for this coming year, 2025-2026. The Federal Board of Trades Act, which is the act that establishes our legitimacy and mandate, requires that we have a commissioner of oaths, a judge, or a lawyer, or the mayor to preside over these proceedings. Therefore, we're grateful to have Joe Gill. He's wearing a bright red jacket today, who's also our past president and a lawyer with McKercher LLP. Thanks for joining us today, Joe, and for presiding over this part of the agenda. Now over to you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Louis. Hope everybody can hear me on this. You'll notice that list, the least glamorous person on that list is the lawyer. So this is all we were left with is a guy in a loud red shirt. So as Louis set out, we are governed by the Federal Board of Trades Act, which was set up when the universe began many eons ago. I will be reading out the oaths for the new officers, and also as is customary under the Board of Trades Act, each one will be given an opportunity to designate and name a grain elevator when we're done. I'm joking about that portion, of course. So I will jump into this. I will now ask incoming Secretary Stephanie Pocha, First Vice Chair Kimberly Evans, Second Vice Chair Conrad Eyre, and Chair Wanda Waldner to please raise your right hand as I read the oath. I will read out the oath, and then I will call each of your names, and then please say "I do" after I call your name. I can see some of you on screen, so I'm going to assume everybody's got their hand up. Do you solemnly swear to uphold the oath of office as Secretary, First Vice Chair, Second Vice Chair, and Chair of the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce? Stephanie.
I do.
Kimberly.
I do.
Conrad.
I do.
Wanda.
I do.
Hey, next part. Do you swear that you will faithfully and truly perform your duty as Secretary, First Vice Chair, Second Vice Chair, and Chair of the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce, and that you will, in all matters connected with the discharge of such duty, do all things and such things only, as you shall truly and conscientiously believe to be adapted to promote the objects for which the said chamber was constituted, according to the true intent and meaning of the same, so help me God. Stephanie.
I do.
Kimberly.
I do.
Conrad.
I do.
Wanda.
I do.
And by the power vested in me by the Zoom call we are on in the Federal Boards of Trade Act, I now pronounce you all officers. Congratulations to all the new incoming officers.
Thank you, Joe. And congratulations to the executive officers that were just sworn in today. And we look forward to working alongside each and every one of you in the coming year ahead. So before we move on to the next section of our agenda, I'd like to recognize Joe as an outgoing board member who has contributed so much to the Chamber and Saskatoon's business community during his time with us. Joe, I can say it's been excellent and an honor and privilege to work with you through the many events and challenges and other things the Chamber continues to do, and your energy and also your wardrobe is always it's always excellent, and it brings not only a youthness to it, but also some freshness and some energy. So thanks a lot. We're going to definitely miss you, and look forward to seeing you around town as always. We also would like to thank and recognize Tammy Sweeney, who will be leaving the Chamber Board to pursue an exciting new career opportunity. Several provinces east of here, Tammy is going to be moving to Picton, Ontario. Tammy has led the team at TCU since 2020 and has been an invaluable board member. And again, we'll miss you as well, Tammy. So thank you for all that you've done and bringing a level head to the table, and your wisdom and insights have always been appreciated. So thank you. It's a bit of a surprise, but yeah, there's a wonderful picture of Tammy, and we'll look forward to getting some news from you once you settle in much closer to your boys.
Thank you.
And now, perhaps, again, there's a lot of significance to our meeting today. One of which is basically passing the gavel on to the incoming board chair, which is Wanda. So it's a great pleasure for me to pass it along to a wonderful person, and again, a wonderful community leader as well. So I think it's, let me see here, I'm going through my script, and this gavel has passed through the hands of Saskatoon's business leaders for decades. If any of you have been at the Chamber in the boardroom, it's pretty, it's humbling, as well as it's quite an honor to have served, and there's a long list of those that served as the chair in the past. So Wanda, it's your turn, and from here I'll turn things over to you.
Thank you, Louis. And thank you, everyone. So Louis, you have been a valuable mentor for me in the chair role over the past year, and I really look forward to serving as chair this year. It is my privilege to recognize and thank our outgoing board chair, Louis Assant. Since joining the board in 2022, Louis, you have been a dedicated leader and a true champion of Saskatoon's business community. I would say that your calm, steady leadership has set the tone for our board. You always make the time for others. You listen with care, and you lead with quiet strength. And I have learned so much from you. So I'm extremely grateful to have had the opportunity to serve alongside you on this board. Your contribution has been invaluable, and your commitment to promoting our local businesses has really made a difference. You made leading look easy and always stepped up and guided us through the challenges with much clarity and vision. So, on behalf of the board, the Chamber staff, and our members, thank you so much for all you have done and all you will continue to do as past chair. So, let's give him a virtual round of applause. Yay. Okay, so it's been a long-standing tradition to present the outgoing president with a framed caricature as a reminder of their time on the board and a token of appreciation for their service to Saskatoon's business community. Of course, Louis will continue with the board as past chair, but for now, congratulations to you. I wanted to highlight a couple of things on this photo. This captures just a few of the many things that make you who you are. On a personal note, this gift honors your wonderful family. You're a proud husband to Jill and father to two beautiful young ladies. We know they mean a lot to you. Thank you. The artist couldn't resist, including your love of cars, your passion for great food, and with the water and boat in the background, we know you love spending time at the lake. And of course, the chair's fuel, ginger beer. Alongside all of that, you have an extremely successful career as partner and owner at AOB DBT Architecture. And let's not forget your memorable opening pitch at the Saskatoon Berries game last summer. We all held our breath and you got it across the plate perfectly. Yay! Louis,
That's awesome. Thanks.
we hope this caricature brings a smile to your face and serves as a small reminder of how much you are appreciated. Enjoy this gift. So thank you.
Hey, thanks a ton. I really do appreciate it. It really tugged on my our heartstrings, and yeah, it's super. Thanks so much. I can't say enough about the great people that form part of our board and also our business community.
Thank you. Okay, and now it's my privilege to introduce you to your 2025-26 Board of Directors. Tyler Case, Edwards School of Business, Gavin Conacher, Saskatoon Prairieland Park Corporation, Andrea Crittenden, 16 Safety Services, Inc., Conrad Air, Ehrenberg Homes, Kimberly Evans, Joy PR Studio, Tara Ferris, Midtown Plaza, Milton Greyeyes, Innovation Credit Union, Trevor Jasic, Midwest Group of Companies, Stephanie Pocha, Discover Saskatoon, myself, Wanda Waldner, CIBC, Cole Wilson, McKercher, LLP. This is an outstanding group. Thank you to all new and returning directors for your leadership and service to our members and the wider business community. So now we're at the close to the end, and before I ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting, I would also like to acknowledge the retirement of Roz McCalla, who has served the management and board of the Chamber for an amazing 28 years in various roles and in many ways, too many to count. Roz has supported the work of the Chamber and its members with devotion, commitment, and diligence. There are so many people in the business community who have appreciated Roz. Roz, on behalf of the board and all members, thank you so much for your years of dedicated service to the Chamber. We wish you well in this next chapter and appreciate everything you have done for us. And with that, my first order of business as chair is to conclude the meeting. So can I ask for a motion to adjourn the 119th Annual General Meeting of the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce? So we need a mover.
I'll go ahead. Wanda, Andrea.
Thank you, Andrea. And a seconder, if you just call out your name, please.
I
the
can do
seconder.
that, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy. And then we'll vote. Okay, thank you, everyone. This meeting is officially adjourned. There is a reminder to follow the Chamber's social media channels for the latest news and events, as well as the Chamber check-in and the e-newsletter sent every Wednesday. Thank you all, and we'll see you again next year.